Hey everybody, welcome to Dad, Daughters, and Drinks, where you'll always get at least two of those three. Today you've got me, the Margarita Kid, and I am drinking a beer called Let the People Dance. What it says is a cold IPA. I'm not sure what a cold IPA is. Usually all the IPAs I drink are cold. But it is pretty fantastic. 6.8%, and I had to look the hops up. You'd think I drank more than I actually have. Really fabulous citrus taste to this beer, and it's made with these things called cryo hops, which I had never heard of before. I used to do some home brewing, and so I know a bunch of different kind of hops. And one of my favorite hops was Simcoe, but this was a cryo Simcoe, and apparently when you process the hops differently with this cryo process, it gives them kind of a different profile that can be a little bit more citrusy and a little less grassy. Either way, it's really, really, really good. On to the music. So today I'm reacting to The Warning, Hell You Call a Dream official lyric video. So it's been a minute since I've reacted to Warning stuff. I've got a whole giant list of things that I wanted to do, but my reactions have been a little sluggish lately for various reasons. So I'm trying to catch up. I think this came out on Friday of last week. I think this song, there's already videos out from live performances of it, but I think this is like the official release of the lyric video, which if you've watched my other reactions, you know that my hearing isn't necessarily so great. I don't pick up a lot of words the first time, so lyric videos are my friend. So we'll go ahead and listen to this and see what we get. I have to hear that one more time. Sorry. So that's really reminding me of a opening guitar riff of a Joe Satriani song. The name I'm drawing a blank on. It's on his Crystal Planet album. And it's not like it's identical or anything, but that melody of the way it's jumping up and down sounds very similar to me, but I can't think what the song is. If I can figure it out, I will clip it and drop it in right here. All right, but back to it. But this is more of like a almost a flute sound kind of thing. It's weird, not quite flute, but there's some sort of an interesting processor on that guitar. So far, I wouldn't say it like identically necessary, but this does remind me of Sick a little bit, just in the way the guitar has this certain distorted sound. You've got the opening, and then it kind of goes into a no guitar. I think in Sick it was more drums behind the singing. Here it's kind of some bass, but it reminds me of that a little bit. Uh, I've been invaded by the need to stay inside this cage. Okay. Uh, Feeling a little introverted, I guess. I can totally get that. Day after day, I'm hurting, but I choose to stay this way. Day after day, I'm hurting, but I choose to stay this way. That's an interesting line. It can be interpreted a couple different ways. I'll have to see if it gets clarified later. But when some people they have they choose maybe not isn't the right word, even though it's right here, but you become friends with the things that cause you trouble. Friends maybe not aren't the best word, but some people that have issues, you have them long enough and it almost becomes kind of a safety blanket or something. You're just so used to it. It's like your companion, and even though you hate it, uh, you're so used to it, it almost becomes a part of you. And if you have a chance to get rid of it, uh, you may not, right? I don't know if this is what this is referring to here, or if there's something specific causing the hurt that may be relevant.
Running out of things to say. Isn't it normal to love what we hate? Treating me out just the same. Isn't it normal to love what we hate?
Isn't it normal to hate what we... Oh, geez, I clicked the mute
Give me
button.
something to
Pause button.
believe.
Go back.
Running out of things to say. Isn't it normal to love what we hate? Treating
Isn't it normal to love what we hate? I wonder if that's kind of what I was just saying. Because I don't normally think of it that way.
things to say. Isn't it normal to love what we hate? Treating me out just the same. I'm in too deep. Give me something to believe. And it's how you call a dream. Colliding every time. The chaos drives me wild like an animal. Just wanna breathe.
Interesting. I just want to breathe and they show up. X-ray of the lungs. It's a nice touch. And the whole artwork on this is kind of reminiscent a little bit of the Sick thing as well. I haven't watched a lot of like music videos from The Warning. I did one from, it was 21st Century, and then 21st Century Blood, and then I did The Sick. And I think that's it. Everything else I've watched from them, like the other 35 songs I've reacted to, were all from concerts. So I don't know if this is normally the style that they have for their more modern videos or not, or if this is just something specific to what they've been doing lately with lyric videos.
Crawling up my skin.
You hear that bass again.
My vision's blurry as the pain.
Geez, that bass is like, it almost sounds like something from a Tool song.
My vision's blurry as the pain keeps crawling up my skin. The pressure's building and I'm on the verge of caving in. Praying up for the kill. If this can't break me to life, then what will? Suffering just for the thrill. I'm in too deep. Give me something to believe.
Suffering
For the thrill.
just for the thrill. This may not be what I was thinking from the beginning.
This can't break me to life, then what will? Suffering just for the thrill. I'm in too deep.
I guess maybe this is almost like, maybe it's more of that, like, what's the phrase I'm looking for? When you have people that, like, I want to say self-harm or something, but they just want to have some sort of feeling or excitement. Life has gotten dull and boring, maybe even depressing, and so if you discover that, the things that she was talking about in the beginning, being in the cage and hurting, but choosing to do that, liking what you hate, it said earlier, suffering for the thrill. It just seems like this is almost coming across to me, at least, as a need to just, feel some kind of intense emotion.
Give me something to believe. And it's how you call a dream.
And I think the reality is it's a lot easier to find negative, strong emotions than it is to find positive ones, unfortunately.
Colliding every time. The chaos drives me wild like an animal. Just wanna breathe. And it's how you call a dream. Eyes are always open in the dark. I've been underwater right from the start. Rope is wearing thin. I can't take anymore. time. The chaos drives me wild like an animal. Just wanna breathe. Maybe I wanna be. And it's how you call a dream. How you call a dream. Colliding every time. The chaos drives me wild like an animal. Just wanna breathe. And it's how you call a dream.
So interesting. That was very interesting. I mean, maybe I got that one right by the end. I'm not entirely sure. But I've never really been a good bar breakdown kind of guy anyway. But the when I did the sick reaction, there were some comments people had about the more recent productions, and I don't know if it's a certain like producer or company uh, is heavily producing the music. I'm used to thinking, and again, this kind of goes back to the fact that most of what I've reacted to from them, or even have ever heard, is our live performances, right? But this comes across as kind of overproduced. There were certain parts that I liked, uh, and I'm just talking about sonically. Like the lyrics were great. I like the music. It's always very interesting when you've got something that kind of has negative lyrics, but it's got this kind of driving, positive sound to it. But the kind of distortion and sounds, it's like the audio equivalent of like a TGI Fridays or something. I don't know if that makes sense. It does in my head, but the stuff that was going on with the bass was really cool. Like I said, it kind of had that almost Tool sound to it that was really awesome. Um, but I could see, and I enjoyed it. I don't want to make it sound like I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't my favorite thing that I've heard, and I kind of want to go back. I mentioned that I had seen some that there were some live performances of this, and I want to go and see what the live version sounds like uh, when it's not sounding overproduced and a little more raw to see if it resonates a little bit better. I mean, like I said, I did like it, but compared to everything else that I've heard from them, I always feel like everything I've been hearing when I started off with the Teatro stuff and then the Lunaria, um, Lunario, I always see Lunaria, but it's O. Um, like I almost felt like every song that I heard was better than the last, and they've unfortunately maybe set this too high of a bar for themselves. So yeah, I want to hear this one live and see if I like it better. Like I did not like it. Had I heard this song first before I heard anything else from them, I would really like it, and I do really like it. It's just everything else is so much better. Sometimes you look at bands like Led Zeppelin and you hear some of what their worst songs are, and you go, "Geez, any other band came out with that, it would be one of their best hits, right?" But just one of those things you got to deal with. So yeah, I like the video, I like the song. I just didn't love it, but I could. I think if I heard, like I said, I want to hear that live version. Um, anyway, this is something I never thought I'd be saying for the warning. Um, yeah, I'll have to check out. I think there was another song that came out live, not live, but at the same time that this video came out. I think it had a Spanish title. I don't know anything about it, but I'm gonna have to react to that one next as well. Um, and anyway, so thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching with me. I appreciate your comments. As always, if there's anything you think I should react to from them next, let me know. I think I should be getting back into more frequent reactions than I had been the last few weeks. And, there were still some things that I wanted to do. I still have to go back and do the rest of the 21st Century Blood. I have to do a bunch of gaps in Teatro and Lunario and just other things that I've got a long list, man. But if people have certain things they think I should prioritize, yeah, let me know. I'm more than happy to let you guys, the Warning Army, shepherd me through this process as always. All right, I hope everybody's doing great. Have a great day. Thanks. Bye.